Yo, bon matin, mon amis, which in French means good morning, fam. Allo, mon awesome amis, bonjour, and welcome this morning to our show with me, your host, Amy Suzanne. And this show, for those who don't know, is America's Rising, our rather new morning show with yours truly, Amy Suzanne. So after that little bit of necessary prerequisite info just to stir away this here girl and your host of today's show, gonna say it once again, friends and fam with us and myself here today, no matter how you will ended up here, Amy's gonna say it, yeah, repeat it loud and clear once again because from the deepest part of my heart, I sincerely mean it, folks, and this girl appreciates all being here with me. So I'm gonna welcome one all to this morning's show, once again. Now let's rock this here talk. And let's roll. Let's go. Yo, what's up, moi chéries? My ears mind. The chat and the toll-free line arc all open, so don't hesitate to let whatever you're a-thinking flow into this show and roll. That's what I and we all are here for, you know. So now, all right, fam, buckle up. Let's kick this off with your girl, Amy. Dropping it hot and heavy this morning, March 11th, 2025, straight out of the Detroit style. Satire, as well as facts here in full force and effect. I'm coming at y'all raw and real, no filter, just like that chick from WHF Entertainment on YouTube and Patreon. Y'all know her, that feisty little spinner and awesome mommy, to a mini-me of her who don't play, and dispenses with all the la-la and bullshit kinda in a style somewhat like me, or in a style somewhat like that wild man of a scribe, real old-school reporter Pulitzer and Emmy-winning Charlie LaDuff does. But for any and all of you, all who don't have a damn clue, I'm that ex-topless dancer turned media boss, attorney creds stashed in my back pocket, who's oft seen in certain hood spaces and places in anti-oil faces a-rollin' through the streets in my yellow 75 Lincoln Continental Town Coupe. Old school whip, custom vibes, purrin' like the breeze for a town and country queen like me. Y'all already know the deal, fam. This ain't just some dolled up ride, it's my soul on wheels, baby. And the kicker's in the effect it has on those who virtue siganal about climate change and gas-guzzling rolling steel made in and imported from Detroit, cho-mororized real vehicles. Now let me lay it down for y'all in my own flow. None of that fake-ass fluff. I ain't here to flex my curves, my whip, or my damn love life or ride. Nah, we going deeper than that today. I'm feeling it, fam, so get ready, 'cause I'm about to spill the real tea. No chaser. We divin' headfirst into the grit, the stories, the straight-up truth. Ain't no sugarcoating this shit. Like, peep this. Social media censorship still running wild out here. Elon acting like he scrubbed X clean, posing like some free speech savior. Nah, fam. That's a front. YouTube ain't no better neither. They still slingin' that leftist shade at conservative queens like Andy Lee, Lil Ol' Me, and that firecracker from WHF Entertainment. Y'all gonna hear from her too. Straight from her mouth, she just dropped a clip on YouTube, and I'm sliding it in at the end of this show 'cause she's a real one, spitting it raw and real, just like me, hitting the mark every damn time. Y'all caught Andy Lee on X already, right? Talking about how her Hannah's Bananas account got snatched. Poof, gone. Elon's so-called freedom and rights crew? They ain't shit, still holding her intellectual property hostage, refusing to bring her account back. Same old game, fam. X, YouTube, Facebook, they all perpetrating a fraud on us. America, Canada, you name it. This ain't about free speech or press. It's about their agenda. Conditioning us to vibe with fake pretty girl AI bots. Some say Elon cooked them up himself as pretty girls to trick us into Neuralink, controlling our minds like some 1984 Big Brother dystopian mess. Commie China vibes, fam, they want us sheep, not free humans. They still wiping out anybody who don't toe their globalist line, those pie-in-the-sky elitist pipe dreams where they own it all and we got Jack. Me, I'm telling y'all, you ain't gonna be happy living in that world, especially when they muzzle you like they did me and my press crew. YouTube axed our WDBG channel, calling it spam, 'cause we tweeted our video links to thousands of followers. You know, the shit platforms are supposed to be for. Then, right on cue, Elon's WeF hires and Dorsey's leftover minions, who he swore he purged all Dorsey's censorious thugs out of his new supposed-to-be tuned new Leaf thing but didn't, suspended our VNext account. Same day, same bullshit excuse, all in lockstep with that leftist, globalist, Soros-funded rube-out of conservative voices. They mad 'cause our vids exposed their lying asses. Anti-Trump, anti-free speech, pro-Obama, pro-Hillary vibes still running Elon's adult romper room. Same clowns who smeared Trump and crushed accounts by the boatload, pushing that climate alarmist nonsense and far-left libtard progressive hype. Ain't nothing progressive about it. Fam, it's a sham. So this morning, I'm laying it all out. Censorship, unfairness, globalist minions still infestin' these platforms that ain't about freedom no more. Plus, whatever y'all toss in the chat, we rollin' with it. I'm feeling good, fam, this crowd, this energy, y'all make it pop. You know how I do, keeping it raw, real, slinging my Detroit French-English mashup at ya, 'cause that's me, baby. Straight from the jump, I'm that French-English girl, rockin' with my Motor City crew, bringing that old-school flavor. My people, me and Charlie LaDuff's kin, go way back, 1731, stacking that paper, building the Big D, when it was just little old Fort Pontchartrain, a small trading fort. They branched out, but that's for me, that's the roots. I'm sliding this to y'all smooth, keeping it 100. Vibe with me or not, this mix is fire. Let's get it, fam. Now that that's been all said, let's keep rolling on and along. 8, listen up, y'all, my peeps now. Fam, or like we say in that Francais flavor, mon ami, ma gang. Y'all feeling me, way? Who riding with me? And yo, to them YouTube and algo overlords trying to gatekeep our free speech, playing by their fake-ass rules instead of keeping it real. This chick right here? Yeah, that's me, babe Amy, one of God's straight-up masterpieces. A real deal ass and tits biologique femme, 100% woman. Tu vois? Deep down, I'm that ultra-feminine domestique type, like them old-school girls, but I'm flipping it with a modern twist, keeping it fresh for y'all. This morning, comme toujours, I'm out here flexing these gifts. Hot as fuck, tough as hell, a real one. But for the rest of this vid, your girl's toning it down just a little bit, keeping it chill so them Karens, them Bible-thumping fanatics, or them PC police don't lose their damn minds and start snitching with their reporting fingers all up in the digital streets. So for my AM show mix, I'm sliding into some less wild fits, covering up this bangin' bod just a lil for the morning crew. Switching it up smooth, gliding my fine ass from one fit to the next, serving y'all that Detroit-Montreal visual, dropping them words silky as hell. Y'all feeling me so far? How's that hitting you? Anyways, mon, BBs, Amy Suzanne, sure enough, I loves ya all, and sincerely via the chat, wanna hear? How y'all doing? Yeah, that's right, it's me. It's your girl, Amy Suzanne, again, 'cause this here little woman ain't no quitter. Or hiding myself or anything attached to it, everything in the raw and real self. You know, Amy Suzanne, I'm always coming through full throttle, always bringing it, and hard to clock, but like, every time I hit that stage, you should know by now. Yep, know that above all else, I in my own unique and pretty damn hard, if not impossible to impersonate or imitate, way a sane and conveying it. Because this here girl, this here greel, very real biological female and real old school at heart, conservative, domestic extremist, well like, she's gotta do me. And do me raw and in the real, right? Yup, me, baby. Gotta keep it real, straight up, like, ouais, c'est moi, gotta keep it vrai, which in English means very real, mon ami. And yeah, my name's up there right in the show's title. It's Amy Suzanne, your one and only, as it's said and spun in this show's banner and thumbnail of North America's Rising, 'cause I want 'em to damn well know and know damn well just who the fuck's exposing their bullshit, and multifaceted individual and networked collective of malfeasance of public duty, service, finances, right as to privitatins and benevolent good, you all should be receiving and holding, not them only enjoying those things which I've just mentioned, which should be only those of the people of North America to have, hold, and enjoy. Yep, peeps my fam, me, Amy Suzanne, it's all love, it's all family with this girl and her reciprocal relation with you. So préparez-vous, yes sir. Prepare yourselves now. Bees, 'cause you're stuck with me. I'm about to drop some big ol' satirical truth speaking from my mouth, and trust me, you're gonna feel it. Let me explain why I gotta roll with this AI thing every time, fam. It ain't a choice, it's a necessity, all right? I got stalkers, Antifa, anti-hate crazies, leftist commies, Marxists trying to threaten me and my lil' girl, my big girl Andy Lee. They even tried to run us down with big trucks like pickups and old-school Buicks. Fucking ridiculous. Ils ont tiré sur nous. C'est de la folie, no? Crazy, right? Yeah, so I gotta switch up my game, my hair, my makeup, everything. Gotta keep 'em guessing. C'est pas ce que je veux faire, but it's how I keep me and my mini-me safe. Vous me comprenez? Look, I ain't trying to be no hero, nah. I ain't trying to end up under some tombstone with people walking over me. That ain't my style, not my kind of party. Je veux pas faire mal à personne, physically or with my words. I ain't trying to rule over, walk all over, or conquer anybody. Je fais juste moi, talking my talk, shaking my sexy ass and tits to get some clicks, make y'all listen up. But lem tell you, it ain't just about my body, non. It's about the real talk, the news, the info, the messages I'm trying to put you up on. Comme mon chum Vinny P. son père Lou disait toujours, the media's supposed to serve the people, pas pour se faire voir soi-même. But look around today, fam. Trop de monde dans too many people in les médias, que ce soit les MSM ou les indépendants. The media, whether MSM or independent, ils sont trop occupés à se glorifier eux-mêmes. They are too busy glorifying themselves. Look at me, see who I'm with, see how badass I am. Non, mon ami, that ain't what we need. Ce qu'on a besoin, c'est du vrai talk. Truth. What we need is real talk. Truth for le peuple. Real PB. Too many of these so-called journalists just want to rub elbows with the elites, trying to look good and self-glorifying while the real people suffer. C'est de la marde. A bunch of lazy, click-seeking posers trying to self-elevate as journalists. When all there really is are YouTube stenographic lazy-ass posers, or Twitter motormouths trying to make themselves appear as something they really aren't, nor never were, instead of just telling it is and being proud of the good job they do as podcasters or Twitter motormouths, instead of trying to pose as those journalists, they really ain't, you feel me? Me? I'm old school, comme CA like that, like Charlie Lee Duff or Lou Gordon and my old man Vinny. D with a little no-nonsense and no bullshit in the raw kind of female, but white Eric May's way of saying shit, but oft in French and English like this. Je sais que les médias c'est supposé servir lui. I know that the media is supposed to serve the people, not make yourself look good, so I put my stuff out there for the real people, pas juste les VIPs. Without the look at me in the VIP, I'm with self-glorifying damn bullshit. I'm here for you all. Whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, Gentile, Hindu, Buddhist, black, brown, yellow, or white, we all need to have each other's backs. C'est comme ça que ça devrait être. I'm here for you. Unless you're a crazy sociopath or mentally disturbed, we should be living for each other's happiness. Pas de la haine et de la misère. Not just to self-benefit or self-glorify and get off on hearing ourselves talk. And if anyone is into all that self-glorifying or click, counting and not much else, then we should see through the bullshit. And know in reality, mon cheries, that all the fuck they are is just that they vain little putrid self-serving ain't right in the head. If we're out here trying to make ourselves look like real ones, not doing the real work, as Truth V bringers reporting on and doing our own reports and stories rather than copycatting those other real reporters do. Like so many posers in today's media, both mainstream legacy media as well as so manui and independent media do, which in the end, once it's exposed, only hurt people as well as the W world we are living in. En espace ici, pour we news and truth bringers must remember above all else, here, non. Faut qu'on travaille ensemble. Y'a de hate, no, we have to work together. There are la place pour tout le monde sur cette planète, so we as scribes and news mistrals, or even as human beings, all gotta remember there is room for everyone on this planet, tant qu'on va pas trop loin, comme ces alarmistes, as long as we don't go too far, like these alarmists climatiques de marde. La Terre est assez rich, shitty climate alarmists and brain cell deficient globalist, and likened to be told what to do, and government-controlled ye through psychop and political propaganda theater libtards. The earth is rich enough pour tous. Now, écoutez. Ayukuch in French means listen up to ol' Amy. Here got a throwback something for y'all, George Carlin style for my Gen X and Gen Z folks who haven't heard this. Hey, listen up, for those of you Gen X and Zers who's not ever heard this shit. Old George Carlin, who may indeed, even though long dead, and to boot a professional stand-up comedian and guy, might or may still be one of the wisest dudes on earth, or since he, a deceased in the earth, once said, and which many of you, all in today's audience like I have pretty much thought at times yourself about this shit. George once laid down, and I'm gonna toss out again right now. Yup, me. Amy, this here girl, gonna sling something at you all, like old George, layered and laid it down. Couple decades, actually getting near half-century ago, but I'm gonna sling it not exactly as George Carlin this shit down, or did, but like why, with my own twist and way of saying, and slinging it at you out there in the audience this here morning. Let me tell you all straight, like any thinking human, and like many of you in the audience today, since our audience ID mostly Canadian Conservative or MAGA Republican USA. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not one of those people out here worried about every damn thing. Y'all know the type, right? Always stressed out, acting like the world's gonna end. We got a bunch of them in this world right now. People walking around every minute, worried about every damn thing. Worried about the air, the water, the soil, all the chemicals in the food, the pesticides, the radon gas, asbestos, the species going extinct. Like, come on, man. Let me tell you something about endangered species. Saving endangered species is just another way people act like they know better than nature. It's that arrogant ass mentality that's got us in trouble in the first place. People just don't get it. Nature been doing its thing long before we showed up, and it's going to keep doing it long after we're gone. Over 90% of species that ever existed on this planet, gone. Just disappeared. And guess what? It wasn't us killing them all. They just vanished. That's how nature works. We lose about 25 species a day, whether we mess with it or not. Nature doesn't need us to protect it. We need to leave it the hell alone. Everybody's out here trying to act like they're so important. Save the trees, save the whales, save the bees, save the snails. And then the big one, save the planet. Save the planet? Man, we don't even know how to take care of each other yet, let alone save the whole damn planet. I'm tired of this damn save the earth nonsense. I'm tired of these so-called environmentalists. These folks out here acting like the biggest problem is not enough bike lanes for their fancy cars. They don't care about the planet. They only care about their own little bubble, their own little comfortable life. That's all it is. Selfish ass, narrow thinking. Listen, there's nothing wrong with the planet. The planet's chill, it's fine. The people, though, we're the problem. The planet been here for 4.5 billion years. And how long have we been here? 100,000, maybe 200,000 years? And we've only been all industrial for what, 200 years? And now we think we're a threat? The planet's been through way worse than us. It's been through volcanoes, earthquakes, floods, meteors, cosmic storms, ice ages. Do you really think a couple of plastic bags and cans are going to mess it up? The planet's going to be just fine. We were the ones that are out of here. Out of here. Pack it up, fam. We're going away, and ain't nobody going to remember us. Maybe some styrofoam left behind. That's about it. The planet will keep spinning long after we're gone. It's going to heal itself like it always does. The air, it'll get right again. The water, back to normal. If plastic don't break down, the planet's going to roll with it. It don't care. Plastic came from the Earth in the first place. The planet's probably looking at plastic like, all right, cool, that's my kid now. Look, the planet's got to deal with us, but it doesn't need us. Our job is done. We brought plastic into the world. Now we can fade out, and that's already starting to happen, believe that. The planet probably thinks we're a mild threat, like an annoying fly it has to swat away. What's it going to do about us? Maybe viruses. Viruses mutate, change shape, just like us. Maybe a virus comes along, messes up our immune system, and we get wiped out. Could spread through sex, or through a bunch of globalists trying to tweak nature and play God, or through a bunch of commies in Red China, or Islamic fucking radicals in Iran or elsewhere in the Middle East, hell-bent on making shit gonna wipe out the West. So maybe we ought to make sure we stop having babies or dealing with those kind of peeps want to rub us out through some damn sneaky-ass viral warfare shit, and bam, no more humans. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch, but who really the fuck knows? As another wise man once said, the greatest minds are capable of the greatest vices, as well as the greatest virtues. But I can speculate or dream both good vibes and flow or nightmarish shit, right? I don't waste time worrying. If shit's can or a gonna happen, it just might. Murphy's Law, right? Why the fuck should we be wasting our time, effort, or money worrying about the little things? Bees, trees, whales, snails, or shit. Not a damn one of us can change or control by interference with the grand plan of nature, or that big guy in the sky, worrying ain't gonna change a damn thing, and messing with shit usually ends up fucking shit up even worse. I think we're part of some bigger picture, some higher wisdom. Call it what you want. I call it the big electron. And when my Christian upbringing comes into play, that plan of you, know the big guy in the sky, and who the damn hell or we, or I to mess with him, or that grand mistress plan of his, Lady Lux, Lady Justices, Lady Karma's combo and mix, that's the vibe, Moana Mias. It don't judge, it don't punish, it just is, and so are we for now. Tenez-vous bien? The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We developed speed but locked ourselves in. Machinery that's supposed to give us abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness cold and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. Plus que des machines, we need humanity. Plus que de l'intelligence, or as said in plain English, people are pretty damn smart and we need kindness. Sans ça, la vie va être violente, puis tout va être perdu. The airplane and radio brought us closer together. These inventions call out for goodness in people, pour une fraternité universelle. Même maintenant, ma voix rejoint des millions de, here's the French, smooth and quick, des gens qui souffrent, des gens emprisonnés, and in English, keeping the rhythm tight, people, folks who are hurtin', folks locked up. We stay flowin', y'all still locked in, right? Par un système qui fait d'eux des monstres. Do you know, oft in a system that's like full of monsters that needs taming and geared towards humans who will still control it, not a system. Government of elitists and mechanization not controlled by the citizenry. You feel me, my brothers and sisters, we? Those who hear me, don't lose hope. Or go towards la misère, end up miserable, sad, and delusional folk. Here's the French rollin' easy, qu'on vit maintenant, c'est juste la fin de la. And in English, sliding right in, that we're living now, it's just the end of it. That's my way of saying it, my fam, in order to keep tis here vibe smooth, setting y'all up for what's droppin'. Next, like the greed inherent in today's society and the world. And la haine va passer, les dictateurs vont crever, et le pouvoir qu'ils ont pris du peuple va revenir au peuple. Tant que les hommes meurent, la liberté ne mourra jamais. Soldiers, so people, you whom I'm speaking, hard and heavy, multilingual, and truth-filled to like in plain fucking English, North America, yeah, you people, you to whom I speak with strength and resolve, in many languages and filled with truth, don't let this moment slip away. Don't give yourselves to brutes. Men and women, globalist elites, Marxists pie in the sky, utopian paradise, pipey dreamers who all like those in the WF, who hate you, who enslave you, who tell you what to do, what to think, what to feel. They treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these machine men, men with cold, mechanical minds and hearts. Vous êtes pas des machines, vous êtes pas du bétail, vous êtes des hommes. Vous avez l'amour de l'humanité dans vos cœurs. Don't hate. Only the unloved hate, the ones who don't feel love, who've lost their humanity. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty. In St. Luke it says the kingdom of God is within man, not one man, not a group of men and women, but in all North Americans. Or when I say it in or sling it at ya in French for and to you, it's like this in that original language and lingo of 1731 Detroit. In Francas, it's what I just said tossed out a mouth like this here. Vous, le peuple, vous avez le pouvoir. Le pouvoir de créer des machines, de créer du bonheur. Vous, le peuple, avez le pouvoir de rendre la vie libre et belle, de faire de la vie une aventure. So, in the name of democracy, let's use that power. Unissons-nous. Let's fight for a new world, a decent world where people can work, where youth have a future, and old age is secure. They promised that, but they lied. Ils tiendront jamais cette promesse. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let's fight to fulfill that promise. Let's fight to free the world, to get rid of national barriers, to get rid of greed, hate, and intolerance. Battons-nous pour un monde de raison, where science and progress bring happiness to everyone. North Americans, doesn't make a diff if you consider yourself a patriot or freedom fighter. Don't make a diff in regards to this one, or what we all gotta do. So let's really get off our asses. In the name of the real people, us and the real people that should all count, let's all unite. And let's all start rolling more towards what really needs to be and get done throughout this continent in both America and up in Justin Trudeau's libtard party-controlled La La Land of Chinada, and let's doing it one whole hell of a lot better than we have so far. and starting to roll in unison towards all that there right the fuck now. Thanks for joining Amoy, Amy Suzanne. See you next time. This girl steps up and out and gets herself on air. Till then, my friends, mon amis à la prochaine. Until next time, I'll leave you with that awesome little Markham, Ontario girl. What's her face and her very profound, but said in the real vernacular of real people's words and way. Well, peeps him back, 'cause this fat times forgetful little blondie totally slips a gear and forgets she's got to do something. And I forgot to roll out a red carpet for the awesome girl and voice you're about to hear Amy Suzanne speaking, hear peeps in my online fam, and hey, just so you can catch the real vibe I'm throwing at you. You'll feel the energy I'm radiating, trust me. But before we get into What's Her Face's last video that sparked this whole show this morning, let me hit you with this. I'm only doing this 'cause she asked. She's been getting the boot from these big tech tyrants, and I'm here to help her out like she asked at the end of her last broadcast. And listen, this ain't just about her. It's about all of us. This is about a system that's out here crushing voices like hers, like mine, like anybody who dares speak truth to power. YouTube, they got no shame in their game. They don't even need a reason to pull the plug on a real one. They've got a whole bag of BS excuses they can throw out, but there's no clarity, no specifics. It's just about silencing anyone who doesn't fall in line with their narrative. So I'm standing behind her, like we've always stood behind people like Andy Lee, people who ain't scared to speak their truth. And let me be clear, reposting her content ain't taken away from YouTube's shine. They're doing a damn good job of pushing people off their platform on their own. But you know what? It's funny, ain't it? How YouTube loves to kick conservatives, center-right, or anyone who ain't worshiping at the feet of the establishment right to the bow. And don't even get me started on that Elon free speech platform where they're following suit. Coincidence? Yeah, right. Too convenient. Now, back to business. Y'all need to listen up because this woman, this real one, has been out here telling it like it is. She started with comedy, but when COVID hit and the world turned upside down, she stepped up, using those talents of hers to drop raw truth. She ain't sugarcoating a damn thing. She's got the courage to say what's on everyone's mind, but too scared to say. This ain't no watered-down message. This is full-on fuck 'em all and what they think energy. So, turn up the volume, grab your seat, and listen up, 'cause here she is.
I've covered a lot of conspiracies since the dawn of the COVID era, from the unscientific pandemic measures to the purposeful destruction of the middle class to the dangers of the novel mRNA vaccine. And a lot of those conspiracies turned out to be true. But there's one conspiracy I have not been able to prove in all this time until now. It's a conspiracy that's dear to my heart because, well, it's about me. Yeah, that's right, folks. Grab yourself a cup of tea because I'm diving into one of my favorite topics this week. No, I'm not talking about me again. I'm talking about YouTube censorship. Because since the early days of 2020, I have had the sneaking suspicion that I am being personally targeted by the good people of YouTube. Yeah, I know, duh, right? But hear me out. Up until now, the censorship I've endured on this platform could be chalked up to the content I produce. It could be said that it was specific topics or keywords, or that it was vulgar language or hate speech or any number of things that violate YouTube's community guidelines. But then, just last week, I partook in a little accidental experiment. I posted a return video to YouTube after a year-long hiatus that had none of the old buzzwords in it. There was no talk of trannies, no digs at the Dems, no conjuring up of old COVID controversies. I steered clear of the forbidden terms and even poked a little fun at the supposed enemies of team censorship. But to no one's surprise, the outcome was the same as it's always been. After I hit upload on that video, my entire channel was promptly demonetized. And when I reapplied for monetization, I was swiftly denied on the grounds that my content is harmful. Now, if you're new to this channel, you might find this a little bit strange. I don't say anything particularly outrageous in my videos, and who the hell am I to have a target on my back anyway? And you're absolutely right. I'm no one. I'm nothing. I have no money. I have no power. I have no connections, and now that I've moved out into the country, I barely have internet service. I am nothing more than a nameless face in a sea of fameless naces. Did I just have a stroke? There are bigger fish to fry out there, swimming in much bigger ponds. They have 100 times the following with voices that reach 1,000 times the distance. And all of them are happily preaching their personal gospel on YouTube with full monetization. So why did YouTube cut me off with no warning and no explanation? To answer this, allow me to take you back in time to give you a brief rundown of my rocky relationship with YouTube. Most of you probably don't know this, but this isn't my first YouTube channel. My first and main account is called What's Her Face and currently sits at 107,000 subscribers with 80 videos. I started the channel just like any other YouTuber, with your typical skit videos and reaction content. But then, in 2020, the whole world changed, and with it, so did my videos. You see, pre-COVID, I was that insane person on your Facebook page who posted conspiracies about the CIA and NWO. I fought with strangers in comment sections about the inability of jet fuel to melt steel beams. I was an early adopter of the vaccine autism link, so believe me when I tell you, I knew that conspiracies did not win you any friends. But when I saw what was happening during what was arguably the biggest psyop in recorded human history, I couldn't stay silent. So in May of 2020, I posted my very first COVID-related video to YouTube. And what happened next was completely unexpected. People actually responded well. For the first time in my life, I was finally getting positive feedback on the information I was sharing from someone other than that one girl I went to high school with who opted out of gym class to sit in the corner and eat her own hair. My videos were being shared on popular conspiracy channels and were circulating on major social media platforms. Celebrities were DMing me words of encouragement, and offers to collaborate with big influencers came rolling in. I was offered a job on Rebel News. I was invited to be a guest on popular conservative shows like Tucker Carlson and InfoWars. I even got a personal shout out from the man himself.
There's a talented young lady named What's Her Face online that's getting millions of views, and she's engaging in thought crime. It's women and other humans like her, they're gonna turn the tide.
And while all the attention and offers were a huge boost to my ego, I turned it all down. Not because of any ill will to anyone who reached out, but because I am a conspiracy theorist at heart. I'm a loner. The only reason I knew the girl sitting in the corner eating her own hair is because I was sitting right next to her, asking her if it tasted any good. I've spent my life poking fun at people from the corner of the room, and in true form, all I wanted was to stay in my quiet corner of the internet. But as it goes, with every action comes an equal and opposite reaction. And that opposite reaction was the wrath we all felt from social media in the age of COVID. As was the case with many others, my content on YouTube was quickly shadow banned and suppressed. It became a regular occurrence for my own videos to rank 15th to 20th when searching for them on YouTube, while multiple re-uploads of my videos, sometimes with as low as 10 views, ranked higher. It was obvious YouTube was shadow banning my content, but this came as no surprise to me at this point. I was being censored everywhere. On Instagram, my account was deleted 5 times, with influencers calling for me to be banned and attempting to debunk my videos. Meanwhile, on Twitter, I appeared in the infamous Twitter files. Yeah, that's right. One day, me and RFK Jr. are mentioned as conspiracy theorists in the same sentence, and the next, he's heading the HHS for the most powerful country in the world, while I'm still being raw dogged by YouTube. And that's not even the most outrageous part of the Twitter files story. The craziest part is that I don't even have a Twitter. Can you imagine people conspiring to censor you on a platform you're not even on? At this point, the evidence was really building. It was starting to look to me like these social media giants were all communicating with each other to ban certain individuals across the board. So after all this, COVID ended and the lockdown finally lifted. Everything we knew about the COVID scam had been said ad nauseum across the globe, so I made a decision. Since my channel was both shadow banned and demonetized, I chose to shut it down and start a new channel. This channel. I named it WHF Entertainment, since I figured what's-her-face was probably a banned phrase that would flag my channel like the last. I included the word entertainment just to prove to the YouTube gods that these new videos are meant for entertainment purposes only. I even added literal circus music to the background of my videos. And this new direction seemed to work. After a few uploads, my channel was monetized and everything was right with the world. Then I took a break to focus on my daughter, the most fulfilling year of my life without question. And now here I am, sitting with this vague message from YouTube. Harmful content with no further explanation. And I'm asking myself, what is harmful content? But really, I don't mean to be facetious when I ask. I ask because I don't know. And I don't know because YouTube won't tell me. When YouTube denies your monetization, they don't tell you what you did wrong. Oh no, that would make too much sense. What they do instead is act like a passive-aggressive wife demanding you read her mind.
You mad at me or something?
I don't know. Did you do something to make me mad? Because then I am. But if you didn't, then I am not.
I didn't do anything.
Then I am not mad. I am mad.
This method of keeping people in the dark is intentional by YouTube. Vague rules mean they can apply to any person or any video at any time they want. And the process of applying for monetization over and over and over again is meant to demoralize, so that we all eventually give up. And I gotta give it to them. It's working. I am officially demoralized. I'm exhausted. It's been 5 years of playing this game, and at this point, the way I see it, I only have 3 options left. 1, I can create a brand new channel and rebuild my community as I've done over and over and over again, in the hopes that YouTube will stop targeting me. 2, I can pack it in and leave this chapter behind me, remembering it as one of the most rewarding undertakings of my life. Or 3, I can surrender and leave my fate in your hands. So here comes the pitch. I am asking all of you for your help. First, by sharing this video as much as you can with whomever you can to hopefully create enough of a stink to get this decision by YouTube reversed. And second, by subscribing to my locals community and supporting this channel. All right, guys, thank you all so much for your continued support. We will see what happens, and I will catch you on the flip side. Hey, Jimmy, you hear this shit? She's asking for money again. Who's asking for money? What's her face? She's asking for money again. What does she need money for? I don't know, she's getting a little older. Maybe she needs Botox. Yeah, you can tell from the wrinkles around her eyes. She can't afford it. Maybe her husband's leaving her. Yeah, that's probably why she needs the Botox. Tell you this much, I wouldn't live with a woman with that mouth. Anyway, buddy, I gotta go. I'm asking my boss for a raise today. Good for you, buddy. You deserve a living wage.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, against the white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean, gangster white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Just be thankful for what you got. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac, gangsta white walls, TV antennas in the back. You may not have a car at all, but remember, brothers and sisters, you can still stand tall. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, dig in the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Woo.